We're going to talk about 165 chord progression today. You can find this topic in Jazz Education application, J.A.M, an application that I wrote. The app has a lot of exercise in there and backing tracks to study these. And the application is available for iOS and Android. The download link is at the description. You might want to download it and check it out because it has some free lessons in there. Okay, this chord progression shows itself in a lot of different standards. It's like a basic chord progression that every jazz musician should know about. Well, it's very flexible. You can do a lot with it. But first, I want to tell you the theory behind it. Okay. Basically, it's one chord, then 6 chord, and then 2 minor 7 and 5 7. Let's say if you're in C major, okay? Originally, I think it was 1 major 7, 6 minor 7, and 2 minor 7, 5 7. But from 6 minor 7 to 2 minor 7 may sound a little bit weak at times. If you want a stronger cadence, then you make it into 6 dominant 7s. Okay, so now it becomes C major 7, A7, and then D minor 7, G7. Okay, that's it. That's the most used way of 1-6-2-5. But again, you can do a lot with this. I mean, from diatonic substitutions that you can replace C major 7 with E minor 7, right? So basically, you can do 3-6-2-5, E minor 7, A7, D minor 7, G7. That's a possibility. But by the same token, you can do other substitutions, like a tritone substitution. All right? And so instead of A7, you could use E flat 7, right? Or instead of G7, you could use D flat 7. So if that is the case, you do a chromatic descending chord progression, like E minor 7, E flat 7, D minor 7, D flat 7. Or you start with 1, and then you go to 6, and then you start the descent, like C major 7, A7, A flat 7, and G7. All right? These are all possibilities, and maybe you should play them and see what they sound like, okay? But we're going to look at the improvisation, soloing part of this, meaning lines, okay? First, I want to play you one example, okay? Here you go. Alright, this is a basic way of 1-6-2-5. I just want to show you what you can do with it. We're using only one diatonic substitution here. We're using B minor 7 flat 5 instead of G7. But that's a very simple, basic thing, and it doesn't really change the course of the flow that much. So you can understand this is like a basic 1-6-2-5, but we have A minor in there. Like I said, if you want a stronger cadence, stronger resolution to D minor, then using A7 sounds better. Okay, so let's hear another line using A7. We start this line with E minor 7 arpeggio. Okay, it starts on the 7th of E minor 7, and then it goes 7 1 3 5. Then it goes up to D, but over there the main the important note is C sharp. It outlines the 3rd of A7, and then it comes back like 5-3-2-1 kind of pattern on D minor, and then again B minor 7 flat 5 instead of G7, and then ends up with C major 7. But at the end, we use minor conversion. So we make it sound like it's not C major, but it's A minor. So you're seeing that G sharp is strongly pulling to A minor, almost like a harmonic minor kind of sound. Okay, all right. I got one more line that I want to present you, just to show you the possibilities of what you can do with 1625. It starts with E minor 9, so it's rather like a G major 7 arpeggio, right? So G major 7 arpeggio is already included in E minor 9, okay? So it's like a diatonic substitution of E minor. So E minor was a diatonic substitution of C major. You see how you can go R circles like this, go out, out, out. And then the next chord is A7 flat 9. But we use it like E flat major 7. You might want to ask what happened to tritone substitution, which would be E flat 7. But those substitutions, you can change the quality of the chord. So instead of E flat 7, you could do E flat minor 7. But in this case, I used E flat major 7 because I like the way the chord sounded. Okay, so it starts with E minor 7, goes to E flat major 7, and then D minor, and then and then G7, and then goes into C major 7, but with minor conversion. See how the possibilities can increase with diatonic substitutions and tritone substitutions, or even diminished interval substitutions. And you just have to try and find what sounds best to you, okay? So whatever sounds best to you, you can use those. Maybe I sometimes play chords, like if I'm studying 1625, I play chords with different substitutions and find the ones that I like at that time, and then try to build some lines around those chord tones, okay? And that really helps. That's about it this week.